Hello, welcome back to Fatality Fitness. This is the Boxing Basics video 2, and this one we're covering hooks, which everyone obviously loves because they can be devastating. And to talk a little bit about hooks, where straights, we're trying to find range and distance, and we're trying to pierce through the guard, perhaps, or shock the body quickly. Hooks are more about power and also precision, because the straights you can just pepper them, bam, 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 bam. Hooks, you kind of want to find the openings with them, and then that's when you truly strike. I mean, we've seen a million knockouts with a nice left hook, Pereira, right hook, Tyson. We have many, but these find openings, okay? So that's what I want you to think of when we're thinking of hooks, is how that straight on guard, if someone has the same guard we've been in, protecting the chin, the head, the ribs, how the hook can find its way around that, okay? Which they do, they really do. And it's up to us to figure out how and where to throw to be successful, okay? So, let's have a look at how we throw a left hook, which took me a long time to learn, a long time. Whatever your power hand is, my being orthodox, my power hand, my right, the right hook comes more naturally. I think it's easier to think of visualizing and throwing a right hook with the more power, more build up from the back. The front can feel a little lax sometimes if you don't know how to throw it properly. So let's learn. So if I'm going to be using my chin as the basis, we'll think of a chin exactly the same height, 5'7", and that's going to hit straight on, okay? We've got the fist, here's the straights. With the hook, you almost want, for now, again, the basics, we have to start somewhere. There is no one fits all to anything. I do not believe that across anything, and there's a billion claims on the internet being, this is the one way to do this. There's no such thing as shit. There's 1,000 ways to do things, but there's a few ways to do them correctly. So with the first hook, let's think of our arm on a kind of 90-degree angle parallel to our body for now, okay? Short hooks. How we throw this is you have that already. This crook, once you translate it, it's already there. But we have to get maybe a slight twist, ever so slight twist in, so that my left foot can grip onto the floor and twist, gathering the torque up my body through my hips, which twists through my shoulder, which twists, and then my fist is where it all translates, okay? So the left hook, if you want to go slightly in and throw it out, that's roughly what it should look like. So the foot twisted, the hip twisted, I'm still looking straight, but my body is actually twisted slightly, okay? So left hook, bam, bam, bam. Wrist always behind fist, okay? Again, we can come back to longer hooks, but for now, I want the wrist behind the fist, because whilst we're shadow boxing now, I can't imagine how many broken wrists and hands there have been from people trying to hit a hook the hardest, and there's nothing behind the knuckles. You need that tension, so hence this 90-degree is perfect for beginners to practice, feel the feedback through, and understand where hitting is going to hurt, okay? So, left hook, right hook, easier. You're twisting off the back toes now, through, still same angle, wrist behind fist, and you're putting it through the chin, and that back hip is coming in, and almost, like we said in the straights, it's stabbing at the enemy, at the opponent, and that's where you can rip it then. So left hook, left, right, loose, bam, 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 okay? So, let's have a little look at some drills and see how you find throwing some hooks. They will feel alien, as with everything. It will feel alien initially, but maybe every 1 in 5 will be like, that felt nice. And you will always feel it. That's what we're looking for. For that, you have to be very attuned and in tune to what your body's doing and what your mind is thinking or focusing on, okay? So for now, first drill is a 2-3. I'm doing the 2 first because it allows us the extra momentum to throw that left hook directly. always coming off the opposite side of the punch is a great way to surprise the opponent. So say you've done a 1, 2, they think I'm done, coming back, I'm not done. Throwing that 3 because it's easier to throw off that twist, okay? So 1 minute, 2, 3. Let's go. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. And come on straight. 2, 3. Back foot pushes through. You can pull back slightly and get the hook. Bang, on the chin. 2, 3. 2, 3. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, so that was a 2, 3. If you're, I'm not particularly good at maths, but if you are, you might have guessed. Now it's going to be a 1, 4 for the same principle of that twisting motion allows the hook to fly easier, which is a nice starting point rather than being so static. So let's give that a try. 1, as the 1 pulls back, my right shoulder, right hip, and my toes dig in to come through and throw the big 4, okay? Let's go. 1, 4. Hope you're finding your rhythm, your sweet spot. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, so now we figured out how to throw the hook off a straight, both sides. Let's try throwing hooks together, okay? So you will usually see hooks thrown together, especially when they're trying to finish an opponent, whether it be MMA, boxing, kickboxing. Okay, so we want to throw a 3 and a 4. These work beautifully to the body, which we'll get to in a sec. For now, to the chin, and back, okay? So that same twist, and you can use the same principle as the straights, but you're using your own hook to get the twist for you, okay? So how it looks, 2, 3, 2, 3, okay? Let's go, 1 minute. Not 2, 3, 3, 4. Told you I'm shit at maths. 3, 4, 3, 4. From the feet, up to your hips, through your obliques, into your shoulders, out through your fists. If you have to really slow it down and get your rhythm, do it. Slow it down. Visualize it hitting, and the next one following through, okay? Techniques come from slow repetition. The speed, which equates to the power, will always come after. So it doesn't matter how fast I'm going, you go at your pace to figure out what the technique is, okay? 5 more seconds. Good, good. Okay, so we've got a few hooks available off the straight and together. Now, let's just look at single hooks to the body. The free body, when I'm throwing, I'm looking to either get under that elbow, hit the bottom of the ribs, the floating rib, or get into the gut, the side gut, where there's all sorts of soft organs, okay? And my body hooks, whereas this is throwing, and we got that 90 degree, this one's got to be slightly further away, okay? And I'm still getting the twisting motion from my foot all the way up, but I'm obviously aiming lower. And I'm going to try and accentuate some of these. They might look a little too low, but I want you to see it's still that motion of the twist and the torque which brings it in. But for this drill, this is just a 3. Take your time, learn the technique. Let's go. 3 to the body. That front foot can twist in. You'll hear all the squeaky in this. That front foot twists to allow my hook to really drive through. Because it's not just about hitting the body, it's about going through it all the way. So with a body hook, especially the front hook, can be so deceptive. To practice, think about it, getting under that elbow, under that garden elbow. Knowing they're going to throw a punch and you dipping under it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 3 body, now 4 body, okay? Exactly the same principles, exactly the same principles. Aim lower, give yourself a little bit more distance for it to connect. Let's go. 4 body. As you can see, that back leg of mine, the back knee, is dipping down. It doesn't have to. You can still throw a hook without that. For me personally, it's my style. I like to level, whatever level I'm going down to, I like to try and follow it if needs be. Okay? Again, this hook is going through the body, under the guard, slipping whatever needs to slip for the impact. You're still twisting your back foot like you were your front, adding the torque. Ten more seconds. Time. Okay, now we've got 2 more minutes, both of freestyle shadow boxing. The first minute, I want you to focus on, I sweat a lot, no matter what I'm doing. I've already worked out twice today, and the sweat will just pour. So, I hope you are too, really. If you put as much focus and energy into each punch, you should be real warmed up, even though this is just not even an exercise, this is just a tutorial. But for now, this first round, this first minute, is freestyle hooks short, okay? So really playing with these little twists, the little turns. There's not so much range of motion coming through. I want to practice the little hooks, a little dirty boxing. You might be on the inside, get in. Someone might be trying to get a clinch, bam, bam, and you can slip in through the body. That's what we're going for the first minute. For the second minute, I want the longer hooks, which I want you to think more about where they're going to hit. Okay, bam, knocking at the chin, step round, hooking around this guard. If they have a guard here, I can still hit the jaw, so the longer hook can allow me to do that, okay? Same to the body, that longer hook. Opponent might be retreating from my number 1, and I can throw a longer body hook on the way out as they're going back, okay? So, first minute, short hooks, let's go. Remember your feet, you should be twisting in and channeling the ground. Try head body. It's always nice with both sides of the hook. I know some of my hooks might look like uppercuts to you. In my mind they're not. In reality, they will do the same damage, but my hooks and my uppercuts have a different starting point, and I'll show you that in the next video, okay? 10 seconds. Time. Okay, so those are the short hooks. Now, this might be a little less intense as you figure out the distance, but we're trying to hit at the distance, okay? So your elbow isn't going to be on the right angle. You're going to allow yourself to float, but now you've practiced the short, it should be easy to feel out the longer shots, okay? Still rest behind your fist. It's never this, okay? Like that. You still want that wrist channeling behind the fist, okay? Okay, last minute of boxing basic hooks. Long, let's go. Visualize. Going through. Ten seconds. Ooh, time. Good job. So those are how we throw the hooks from different distances to the head, to the body, short and long, okay? If you have a bag, obviously that's the perfect thing to practice on, but for me, starting with no equipment forces you to focus more on yourself and what you're doing. So therefore shadow boxing to me is one of the pinnacles of what you can do training, because it's on you to focus on what you need to do to deliver each punch as it should be delivered. Okay, so hooks can be murderous. They can obliterate people, and that isn't how the hand is held, what the arm is doing. It's all through generating power through the twisting motion of the body. Using the chi center, twisting through your hips and driving those punches through. Or even if you're not driving and you're not going for the short or the long hard ones, they can still really throw a guard off. If you throw 1, 2, a little 3 might drop that guard for you to plow through with a long 2, okay? So hooks are such a big part of the game. They may be the most alluring part of boxing and to many people, but they will pierce guards. These are like the heat-seeking missiles of piercing through a guard, but it all depends on where you put them. Thank you for watching today, guys. I will see you in the next video, which is uppercuts. I'll see you then.